So this one's for my fellow realtors. As you know, I'm still very passionate. I have a lot of compassion in regards to where you're working and what you're doing at what brokerage. So I'm still in the EXP corner. I still feel I'm winning EXP wise. Why am I saying I'm still? Because I can't believe it's been 8 years. It's been 8 years since Pilar and I joined EXP Realty, and it is still by far easily the best business decision that we've made in a decade, easily. And I'm gonna give you 10 points right now, just 10 quick points, 10 quick hitters on things that you should look at, in my opinion, if you are struggling right now with your current brokerage. Maybe you're new and you're looking at a brokerage to join. Maybe you're on a team and maybe that's not working out quite the way you want it, or maybe you're looking for maybe a team that could be a little bit more productive. I don't know, but here's a couple of things. I'm reading notes, so I got the glasses on because I don't want to make mistakes and I want to make this quick. I don't want to. This is not a half-hour type of dissertation. So, number one, which everybody's always concerned about, and I believe concerned too much, is what's the commission split. Because the reason I say why about the commission split is, hell, if you ain't making no money, I don't think the commission split could be 100%. The money you putting in your pocket, the revenue you bringing in, is zero. So the commission split to be matters based upon your production. It's my opinion. My opinion. I came from the mud. You know all that old stuff, right? So number one, 80-20 commission split. Everybody's on. 80-20 mean 80 goes to you, 20 goes to the company. There's a $16,000 cap. Now what does that mean? Because every company doesn't have a cap. Some companies do, particularly now. I don't know that I would work for a company at all that did not have a cap on it. So what does the cap mean? The cap means that I pay a certain amount of money into the company every year, and once I get to that number, whatever that number is, the rest of my quote-unquote commission, or as I like to say, the revenue that I generate, goes 100% to me, or a much higher percentage to me, depending upon where you're working. So our cap is $16,000. So once $16,000, which comes from the 20%, you then can go up to 100%. Everybody's on the same commission scale. So I also like that. I like that, and I'm not going to say nobody is, because you never know. But and you don't have everybody on a bunch of different levels and splits, and you come to find it out later. Everybody's got a sweetheart deal or a deal under the table for this or that. If you've been around long enough and you've been in different companies, you know what I'm talking about. Number two, the stock equity program, right? The stock equity program, remember that you're not just earning commissions or revenue, but you have the opportunity, and this is by choice. No, it's not something that you have to do, but you can put in from part of your commission and get shares into a publicly traded company, which we are. Now, people say, well, your stock is down. Hell, everybody's stock's down. You got 5 or 7 companies in the world, as far as like in the Mega 7, the Mega 7, the Mega 7, that are making the kind of money and getting the kind of returns that are, to tell you the truth, like with the NASDAQ, they're carrying the whole NASDAQ and have been for the last 4 or 5 years. So that being said, though, if you're not the type that's able to save money, put money away, blah, 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 to be able to get right now what is a very inexpensive stock, and you're basically bringing revenue into your own company, so you have ownership. This is ownership that you have. Keyword ownership. Just remember that. All right. 3, you have the Icon program. You probably heard about the Icon program. If you have not, basically with the Icon program, there's a lot to it. But at the end of the day, once you cap, so now you capped, right? However long it's taking you to cap, you, at that particular point, if you continue to sell, there's another X amount of dollars that if you hit, you become an icon. Here's the biggest thing about becoming an icon. Number one is you get your 16, you have the opportunity, because there's a couple things you need to do, but you have your $16,000 that you've spent in your cap, the company will give you back in stock. So that means the $16,000 that you paid to work at EXP is going to give you back $16,000 worth of value in the company. That can be huge. That can be huge. That can build your equity in that can build your equity of ownership in your business, in your company pretty quickly, right? EXP2 revenue share 2.0. Now the production, the agent attraction account, and unlocking the tiers of earning passive income has become much easier. We'll talk about that in a second. Fast cap and fast track programs. Immediately, for those of us that want, like, teaching, help, mentorship, and want to have goals, attract to be at a certain level, the fast cap and the fast agent attract programs are perfect. If you're brand new in the business, need a refresher, maybe your business isn't where you want to be, that fast track is great. Fast cap is if you are building a business, you're looking to develop more passive income, more revenue share. It's a class that you should take. Express offers. And express offers has been revamped, but in a nutshell, we've got a whole pool of investors looking to buy and flip. There's a platform for it. There's a certification that you get. Then there's a couple of strategies. For me, I use express offers, but I don't use it for just running in with investors looking for deals. What I do is I go out to the public and I talk to homeowners that may have some sort of distress, that there's an opportunity that I can get them on a platform that's not on the MLS, that they do not have to market their home toward, and have investors possibly bid on their properties without going through the other rigmarole, no open houses, blah, 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 et cetera, and all of that. The Express program, that's how I use it. Group health insurance. If you don't have any health insurance, or your health insurance isn't great, or whatever the case may be, I mean, obviously for any entrepreneur, us in the real estate business, health insurance is a concern. Well, it's a concern before all the stuff going on now. All the stuff going on now is really making it a concern, right? A lot of times people say, well, you don't have any offices. Well, yes, we do. You have access to a Regis office anywhere there's a Regis office in the country. Now, what is a Regis office? Regis office is a co-op, a building that has other business professionals in it, that has a reception area, business area, meeting area. I can't think of the name of a meeting area right now, but lounge, whatever. And you have the ability to go to that Regis anytime you want during the Regis open hours, which is generally 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And you can go there and you don't pay any money. You can meet clients there and you don't pay any money. You can use the internet there. You can get coffee there. You can be in an office environment, and they're all nice that I've ever been to, and not pay any money. So now you don't have the office space fee, right? The office space fee. You don't have that any longer. See, there are a couple of CRMs that are available where you're not locked into having one. A lot of people use KV Core, which is now called Bold Trail. There are others that are using Lofty. I can't think of the name of the other one right now. But there's 3 of them. When I understand there's another one on the way that you have the option to use. That is included in your EXP fee. Which, oh, by the way, it's not a secret. It's not so, what do you pay per month? $85. Everything I've told you, you pay $85 for a month. 85. Not 805. 85. Like less than 100. Okay? And you get the Regis stuff. You get the CRMs. You get the fast track, the fast guy. You get a mentor if needed. You get the stuff, and you're gonna pay $85. But that's it. Lastly, this is something that a lot of us don't think of, but really added up for Pilar and I. And depending upon your production count per year, we all pay, or should be paying, Because you need to run like hell if your company's not paying E&O insurance. Especially, depending upon the state that you're in. We work in a very litigious state. You need to have E&O insurance, errors and admissions insurance. Most companies, and there's a lot of different programs and all that, but most companies you will pay on a per deal basis. So let's say it's $200, $250 normally, at least, that you pay per transaction. Now let's suppose you do 10 transactions and you pay $250 per transaction. Let's suppose you do 50 transactions and you pay, $250 per transaction. You're going to keep paying this. It never ends. There's no cap or any of that. The EXP, man, is $500 a year. It's $500 a year, not per transaction, and it still comes out of your deals as you do. Like you don't get a bill that you have to pay a $500 annual fee. You don't get a bill that you need to pay $500 a month on top of the $85 a month that you pay to be part of EXP. You will have a small portion that'll come out of your transactions, and the most that you're going to pay. Did I say the most you're going to pay? The most you're going to pay is $500. So that's my top 10 points. My top 10 points. Obviously, as you've heard, there's lots of other things, from your revenue share to other opportunities with the company. We're not even talking about the global aspect. I think we're in 23 or 24 countries now. Not sure, but the opportunities that are there and that are here are fantastic. They're fantastic. I know that EXP is not for everybody, and everybody ain't for EXP. But I'll tell you this, everybody should look at it. Everybody should look at that business model. Because as things go and progress and things change in our business, things change in the way the consumers and the agents interact, as things continuously change because our economy, because our workforce, all of those things are training, everybody hooping and hollering about AI. Got my own opinion. Listen, there'll be changes that'll be made. Are you making the proper changes that are best for your business and, more importantly, for your family's financial health? If you ever want to talk, have a cup of coffee, feel free to reach out. Love to speak to you. We can go in detail. We can go into hardly nothing. We can just get to know each other. And if you're somebody I already know, we need to be having coffee anyway, because we're not talking enough. You never know how long you're going to be here. God bless. Have a great day. And remember, no matter what you're going through in life, this is just a temporary condition, because things do change. And it truly is what? A great life. God bless.